Okay, hello and good morning. Let's talk about your homework, the EOC practice, to make sure you know how to do it. Scale factor, you're going to do this slant over that slant. So 20 over 2. You can do this side over this side if you like. 40 over 4. And if you reduce that, you get 10. So the scale factor is 10. This one is 10 times bigger than that one. Or this one is 1/10 the size of that one. Find x. You would use either one of these and set it equal to 30 over x. Cross multiply and then divide by 20 and you get 3. And that's how you do number 1 on the EOC. This one right here says y equals 3. This is your y-axis. So you want to go up 1, 2, 3. So your line of reflection is a 0 slope like that. So you count 1, 2, 3. So this one is 3, so you go up 3, put a dot. This one is up 3, so you go up 3, put a dot. This one is up 3, 4, 5, so you go up 5 on this one. And your reflection looks like that. And if you see it, it's a flip. Now, to get the coordinates, you have to start at the origin. So this looks like -1 up 6. Okay? And this one right here would be -1, 2, 3, 4, -4, and then up 3, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8. Okay? And the last one you can figure out. There was a problem on your Savas. By the way, if you didn't do Savas, make sure you do it. It is still open tonight, but it will close, and that will be a grade. That went like this. It said, same side exterior with ease, and alternating interior with ease. But if you look, the problem's set up wrong. You see 5V should be across from this 5V because they're vertical. And if that's the case, then 2W would go right here, and this would work. So what you want to do is say that these two are equal, which is what I did. Actually, when you think about that, scratch that out. I would say that these two add up to 180. So I would say 10W plus 2W is equal to 180. That would be my first equation. And then I would say 5V is equal to 2W. And then you got to solve these equations. So like if you want to get W, you would have to divide by 2. And then this would be substituted for the W. And when you substitute that for the W, it's going to be kind of weird, but here's how it works out. So when you substitute it, it's going to be 2 times this, which is 5V over 2, and then the 2's cancel. And actually, no, both of these are W's, so you could have just added that up. So scratch that. That gives you 12W is equal to 180, and then divide by 12, and you get W. And then once you get W, plug it in here and get V. That's better. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to address that because a student had that question on Friday. All right, remember to do your Savas. Today we're doing special triangles. Copy this down on a new sheet of paper. Okay, so let's take a look. Draw on triangle number 1. And then I want you to put circles around these. Not around the numbers, but around the sides. Okay, now this is 45, so this one has to be 45, and then 90, because that adds up to 180. So the triangle, you have to memorize this. 1, 1, square root of 2. And square root of 2 is the big one. So put that right down. And across from the 90, because 90 is bigger than the 45s, will always go the square root of 2. These will be a 1 and a 1. Okay? That's how you set it up. Now you're going to write proportions. And the way I teach it is I tell the kids to put the circles on top. So here you have a circle. So you're going to do 1 over 2 square root of 2 equals 1 over b equals square root of 2 over a. Now this one, you know both of these. This one has a variable, this one has a variable. This is called your scale factor. So you're going to use 1 over 2 square root of 2 is equal to 1 over b. It's going to be one answer. And then 1 over 2 square root of 2 is equal to square root of 2 over a. I'm going to need you to work together to help each other out. Once you get to this point, you cross multiply. So b is equal to 2 square root of 2. This one is a is equal to 2 square root of 2 times the square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 2 square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, which is what a equals. Now I want you to try one. Draw this right triangle and make this a 45, 45, 90. And then put a 5 here, put an X here, put a Y here. Okay, put your circles. Don't circle the numbers. Now, what did you have to memorize for this one? Right here. 1, 1, square root of 2. Which one's the big one? That's the big one. So across from the 90, we'll go the square root of 2. Across from the 45, we'll go the 1. Across from the 45, we'll go to 1. And then you put your circles at the top. So square root of 2 over y is equal to 1 over x is equal to 1 over 5. This one, you know both of these, so that's your scale factor. And you're going to use that twice. That's one of them, and then 1 over 5 is equal to 1 over x, and then you cross multiply, you get your answer. This one would be y is equal to 5 square root of 2. This one would be x is equal to 5. This one, we already know. There it is. And that's how you do it. All right, so there is one more that you need to know, and that's this one. And it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. There's only 2 special triangles. So put your circles. You have to memorize 1, 2, square root of 3. And out of these, this one is the big one. So across from the 90, we'll always go the big one. Across from the 30, we'll always go to 1. And across from the 60, we'll go to square root of 3. This would be your 60. And then you set it up the same way. You put your circles at the top. 2 over x, square root of 3 over y, and then 1 over 2. I want your circles at the top. This is your scale factor. You're going to use that twice. That's 1, and then 1 over 2 is equal to square root of 3 over y. Cross multiply and divide. I want you to try one. Last one I'm going to give you. Put 30, 60, 90. Okay? Put a 7 here, an x and y. Put your bubbles. Now what did I ask you to memorize for this? Use your note. 1, 2, square root of 3. Which one's the big one? Go ahead and place your numbers. Across from the 90, we'll always go the big one. Across from the 30, we'll always go to 1. And across from the 60, we'll always go to square root of 3. Set up your proportions, and you're done. All right, let's talk about MCR. MCR, we're doing slope. And to find the slope of this line, you use points. This point is -4 up 0. This point is -1 down 2. You're going to put y minus y at the top. So 0 minus a negative 2, and negative 4 minus a negative 1. This becomes a plus 2. This becomes a plus, so you get a negative 3. There's your slope. This one works the same way as that. Y is at the top. This one is already y equals, so your slope is right here. This one you have to solve this equation for y by subtracting 5x and then dividing by 2. And then when you divide by 2, you're not worried about anything but this. That's your slope. Today you have a worksheet, and I'll see you in class. Have a good morning.